What I got going on right here, these are my tomatoes that I started. I rooted them in water at the end of the season. They've just kind of been hanging out since they rooted. I've potted them up and they've been hanging out. I have, I think, one of every single variety of tomato that I'm growing. They look a little scraggly right now. There's also Um, this one here is that's a Tulsi basil, and then this is a regular basil in that one, and then I have a lily in there. These tomatoes are overwintering, and all I got to do right now, I think, is just trim them back, and then I am going to take cuttings of them prior to planting them out in the spring. I'm hoping that this gives me a larger a larger and faster way of planting tomatoes. And then I won't necessarily have to plant as many seeds as long as I can get enough cuttings off of each of them. But I wanted to let you know that's what I do with these guys, and they're just sitting in this room just in the window, and yeah, they are getting a little tall and leggy, but at this point I don't care because I'm just going to chop them back and let them do whatever they got to do, and then eventually I'm going to be taking cuttings from them. And I have a reminder for myself to quarter turn them every Saturday, and I check them and give them water every week if they need it. And over here, these are my peppers that I had cut down and brought in the house. I watered them yesterday, and that's the only time that I've watered them. The white stuff on them is pyrethrin powder that I had for livestock. I did not want to have critters in here, and I haven't seen any critters. I've had a lot of problem with spider mites and fungus gnats in this room just because of having plants in here, and I have this large parlor palm here which has a lot of spider mites and stuff in it. But I've used the pyrethrin livestock dust and haven't had any problems with it. All right, I'm gonna assume because these are all green that they might still be alive. Some of them are beginning to get leaves on them. That one's beginning to have some leaves come out. I pick them off if the leaves get too big. But this is an experiment, and I hope it works because I really would like to have a better, longer growing season with my peppers. I will let you guys know if these all come back to life. I've heard that the chances of them coming back to life is like 50%. So I hope I hope that I get better results than that with these because that would be phenomenal, and then I can do this again next year, and hopefully they'll continue to winter over for many years. This room I have closed off because it's a holy mess, and it's probably like 50 degrees in here, so it's not very warm. So it's quite cold in here. Not cold enough to freeze the pipes or anything like that, and not cold enough for the plants to die, but cold enough to keep them fairly dormant, at least from the looks of it. And the tomatoes are doing pretty well. I can tell that some of the leaves are yellowing and stuff, but it's quite cold in the window, probably more so than on the floor. But um, it's going to be an interesting process.